This is conversation so far has been quite humorous. What's interesting is the Constitution has been, and the constitutional responsibilities have been mentioned, but the conversation thus far has neglected the fact that the Constitution requires that we pass a balanced budget. A balanced budget. We're being told there's going to be something sent across from the House today. We don't have any idea what's in it yet, but my suspicion is it's probably going to be more than we're bringing in. And that is a non-starter. Except for possibly if we dig into the couch cushions, like some of the investigations we did in previous impasses where we look at some of the special funds where we did actually help out the mass transit programs. We've already done that. And where this piece of legislation today, the other side has been saying on several occasions that agencies are excluded. Show me where it says they're excluded, because it doesn't name any agencies that are excluded. What it does is say who's eligible at this time. And those are the ones like our rape crisis centers that are at they're the ones that are in the most dire need, as well as our Head Start programs. They've actually had to lay people off. What our county officials, the county commissioners, what our school boards, what our township supervisors and municipal authorities, boroughs, they all understand that they can't print money. Well, neither can we. Neither can we. We have a responsibility to operate within the amount of money that this Commonwealth is bringing in. We're already in a structural deficit where we're spending more than that. Now, we have some opportunities in funds that were left over in departments from previous years to pull some things out that can balance a budget. But I have not seen anything from the governor's office, the other side of the aisle, or the other side of this building yet that addresses any of that. They don't even touch it. That is irresponsible. What the treasurer has done and what our Senate Pro Tem is doing through this piece of legislation is giving a safety valve to help those organizations that are the most in the most dire straits. And the nice thing is the treasurer can forgive that those loans interest rates, because that money is sitting in the treasury and has been since June 30th unspent and gaining revenue. So the money that is being used to offset that is already being accumulated by our investments. This is compassion that's coupled with intelligence. It's been mentioned that the chief counsel has said, the chief counsel's ruled that this cannot happen. The chief counsel ruled in 2015 under the appointed Tim Reese treasurer, and Chris Craig came over to Seth Grove and I back in 2015 on this budget impasse. And one of the things I'll never forget, he said, I got to tell you guys up front, I'm a liberal. I will spend money on things that I would spend money on things that I know you wouldn't support. But you've got a constitutional crisis on your hands. Now, he's the one that's telling Treasurer Garrity that you can do a loan with interest, and that's what she's doing. And what we are doing here in the General Assembly today is authorizing her to do something she doesn't have the statutory authority to do in granting a zero interest loan like her ruling in Chris Craig's ruling in 2015. We are giving her the authority to forgive that loan. That is something that is in the legislative authority, and that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. These agencies, they need the help. And like the gentleman from Lancaster said, I've been frustrated with the budgetary process since I got in. There's no reason why we can't have a budget if it's negotiated in good faith. There's no reason why we can't have one by May, the end of May, a month before the deadline. We have most of the information that we need. We could have it all by the end of June without any doubt, if everybody would cooperate. But we're not getting that cooperation. And again, we have to live within the Constitution. And I'll tell you this, he's the governor, nor the other side of the aisle. Every one of their proposed tax increases falls short of what it's going to cost us. There's no way that they can pay for it. And I will tell you what, the tax increases that they're talking about.
Mr. President.
The tax increases that they're talking about.
Suspend,
I've asked to be recognized, please.
Suspend. Senator Costa.
The implication that Democrats are purporting to want to put tax increases into this budget discussion is absolutely unequivocally false. For the gentleman to raise up and talk about things that he doesn't understand or know about what we're purporting to be able to do, working collectively with our House Democrats and the administration to pass a reasonable and responsible budget, does not include tax increases. Let me go a step further, Mr. President. The governor's budget proposal did not offer any tax.
Point of order, Mr. President.
Senate will come to order. Is there a point of order? Senator Costa.
The point of order is the gentleman is impugning the members on this side of the aisle, implying that we are proposing tax increases, which we are not. Let me be clear. The only ones talking about tax increases is the Republican caucus. When they imply that that's what we're going to be able to do.
Senator Costa, suspend. The point of order is spoken. Senator Pittman.
Point of order. I believe the chair needs to rule on a point of order.
Which one, Mr. President?
I'm not sure you actually made one, Mr. President.
Mr.
But the bottom
President, I did
line
make
is
a
the
point of
gentleman
order.
from
My point of
Jefferson
order
County
was
had the
Senate
floor.
will come to order. Senator Costa has raised a point of order that the Senator has impugned the motives of the Democratic Party. The chair will advise the Senator to tailor his comments to not impugn motives in this debate. You may proceed.
Thank you. I will just finish by saying this. The avenues that have been presented for raising revenues, the people that we have in this Commonwealth, and we've got the largest number of people on fixed incomes in this Commonwealth than we have ever had, they cannot afford it. Thank you, Mr. President.